about music is that it is the commonality that brings people together.
Humans of the world combine. Oh, the trees are dancing intertwine. Oh, the seas are singing secrets I will never tell no one. Together, welcome to the Eco-Conscious Music Alliance's Global Action Concert. We are so honored and excited to be joining you today as part of World Unity Week, as well as Rainforest Visions, bringing together healing for the rainforests of the world. The Eco-Conscious Music Alliance brings people together through the change-making power of music, to gather and uplift with transformational music, and then to channel that energy into co-creating community sustainability projects all around the world. And you can participate wherever you live. Today, we're going to be sharing an amazing concert with musicians from all around the world. And then we'll move into a community action session that you can participate in, bringing in your ideas, your projects, your organizations, and the love in your heart, because together we can grow a thriving world for all. I want to invite you, as we begin together, to drop in and find a comfortable position, and we'll open with a brief meditation. Breathing in all the way, we call forth the luminescence of living love, the activation of the creative potency within us. We sink our roots deep into the living earth, connecting and aligning with the well-being of our one planet, reuniting as the one being that we are. We embody the vitality, potency, healing, and wisdom of the living earth. We draw this energy forth in co-creative celebration, illuminating our hearts, minds, bodies, and spirit, and bringing this light into action in service to the wellness of our world. At this moment of solstice, as the wheel of the year turns, we feel the vibrance of the radiant sun, golden and shining within us, connecting us, awakening us, calling us to spring forth in growth and potency and rise up together. We welcome you as we unite in music and arise in action. I want to invite you, as we move through this transformational journey together, to recognize that all around the world, people are coming together. And as you slowly open your eyes, you might move a little, and holding in your heart, our one heart, the heartbeat of the living earth that we are all part of. I'm so honored to welcome today an amazing musician, change maker, and creative catalyst to open this transformational event together. Gary Malkin is a multi-Emmy award-winning musician, composer, and inspiration to people all around the planet. his ability to utilize music to bring forth wellness and healing, to cultivate positive change and align us with our highest essence, has been such a gift to the world, and I am so deeply joyful and honored to welcome him today. Gary, thank you so much for being part of EMA's Global Action Concert.
I'm so thrilled, and this is amazing to find out all about what you're doing, and an idea whose time has come apparently happened a while ago, and I'm just finding out about it. It's great.
Beautiful. And we are growing, and you've been doing this amazing transformational work with music for a long time, like so many of us, right? We're weaving in our creativity, and now there's this pulse to come together in co-creativity.
Yeah, it's, something came to me recently where when I was in Hollywood and working on TV and film and commercials, I had all this ambition pushing me, driving me, right? And then when I had a major accident and realized life's impermanence, I'm feeling greater and greater sensitivity to that which is pulling me. And World Unity Week is pulling me. You are pulling me. This is pulling me into the flow of life. And it's a phenomenal family and community to be pulled into. I love it.
I love the way you express that. You may be familiar with the very famous Hopi prophecy that there is a great river coming, yes? And to let go of the shore and give into the river and look around and see who's in the river with you. Yes, I am so grateful to be in the river with you, Gary.
Well, this is amazing. Just yesterday, someone told me, because I started to really imagine all these rivulets coming down from the highest Himalayas, and everything's building into one river going to the ocean. And I feel like we're in World Unity Week. We're really, it's like, yes, it will be fast. Yes, it'll be a lot going on. Yes, it'll be white watered, but just keep your head above water is what they say, and actually know who else is in the river with you going down. And I just heard about that yesterday, which is amazing. That's a beautiful analogy.
Wonderful. Thank you. Well, I am so grateful that you've brought some amazing music to share with us, and I understand you've written a song that you're sharing. Is this its first performance?
Well, the first thing I'm going to sing is so I'm a closet singer-songwriter who's been singer-songwriting for 40 years, and but most of my career has been about composing for film, TV, the Thrive sequels and the original Thrive film I've done. And also, one of my greatest honors is I've done the music for the Pachamama Alliance's Awakening the Dreamer media for the very first 15 years of those iterations. So here we are sharing that eco-conscious world as well, Yes. So this first song, but I love singing in my keynote speeches. So this is the way I get my yayas out. My heart just goes out with singing like nothing else. Mm-hmm. So I get to be myself in that way. And so there is the second song I'm singing is a song that literally just knocked at my door yesterday and went, sing me. And I'm a little bit rusty. I don't even know it yet, but I'm going to sing it anyway.
Well, we're excited to meet it with you and the first beautiful piece that you're bringing through. I'm going to step off stage and look forward to your sharing. Thank you so much, Gary. Welcome.
Thank you for the honor of being invited and opening, not to boot. And thank you, Lisa. I'm really excited about being into this community and the conversation afterwards. All right, here we go. I found this quote. One of my closest friends, the writer of all the Pachamama Alliance videos and their funding and Awakening the Dreamers, named Neil Rogan. And we, 4 or 5 of us, got together as founding curators of a nonprofit called Planet Earth Arts. And as we were exploring language, I wanted to begin with this song that was written for the Institute of Noetic Sciences. Do you know that poem, Out in the Field Beyond Good and Bad, I'll Meet You There? That's that Rumi poem. So James O'D, at the time when he was president of the Institute of Noetic Sciences, wanted a theme song for the Conference on International Health and Healing. And so I asked my dear friend, poetry performance artist, Kim Rosen, saved by a poem author, and she wrote the most beautiful lyrics. And so I'm going to sing that song, and it's really about answering the call the call that we're all answering at this time, and really the call that Wisdom of the World, World Unity Week is all about. So I'm going to start with this mission statement, or at least just a piece of it, and it's from Neil Rogan. And then I'm going to sing a song called The Calling. And I prefer these songs to be transformances or entertainment rather than performances, right? So I really ask you to like breathe in and as if you're singing it with me. And you can even sing it with me if you catch along, okay? So here's the quote I want to bring out. If we ever do wake ourselves up to a new level of consciousness and set humanity on a course away from the world of our fears and toward the world of our dreams, it will take all of us. But most especially, it will take the artist. The language of the arts is universal. It speaks to the hearts in a dialect all its own, in ways that touch and ignite precisely what is needed for the heart to flower. Now is the time to be liberated, wild, wholehearted, and audacious. We need the artist's courage, creativity, willingness to explore life's mysteries so that we can harmoniously thrive with all life on the only living planet we know of. Without experiencing and integrating what the arts can offer, our world and everything in it will not flourish. Will you take my hand, and together we will stand at the edge of time, on the threshold of a land. This is our ancient home, the one we've always known. At the calling of this love, we come. Before time and breath, inside every life and death, behind each face, inside every grief and grace, there is a timeless call, alive inside it all. At the calling of this love, we come. I carry the ancestors in my breath, with their wisdom and their wounds. I follow the children beyond my death. This will be their planet soon. Between grace and ash, where the future meets the past, between wing and flight, beyond thoughts of wrong and right, there is an ancient home, inside the great unknown. At the calling of this love, we come. You can sing that with me. At the calling of this love, we come. hand, and together we will stand at the edge of time, on the threshold of a land. This is our ancient home, the one we've always known. Join me. At the calling of this love, we come. At the calling of this love, we come. At the calling of this love, we come. As a vow, at the calling of this love, we come. Where the heart has learned to feel, bringing all we need to heal. At the calling of this love, we come. Don't you love those words by Kim Rosen? I just love between grace and ash, where the future meets the past, between wing and flight, beyond thoughts of wrong and right. I write a lot of my own lyrics, but I'm so glad I asked him to write these. The next song I want to sing really came to me like just dropped in. That 3 days ago, I was taking a walk. Hope I'm not covering the camera. Looks like I'm not. Okay. And I heard the sound as I was walking of an accordion, like a real funky squeeze box. And suddenly I heard a bass drum, a bass guitar, a bass viol, and a really funky honky-tonk out of tune piano. And I imagined Tom Waits singing this song, because that right on the day of Father's Day, integrating that masculine energy, but singing something that's totally infused with the divine feminine. So this song came to me, just literally dropped in, and I don't know it that well. So I really appreciate your letting me learn the song as I share it with you, and I'd love you to join with me. It's a very easy chorus. And here it goes. It's called We Are All Here to Love. It's a pity that we don't remember. My heart is broken. There's so much at stake. But it's time now. Time to remember. We're all together, sharing the ache. The old man with cancer, he has no insurance. His kids have left him to start their own homes. His nights are lonely, but he's still a father. Will you reach out so he's never alone? We are all here. We are all here. We are all here to love. We were born here. We will fall here. We are all here to love. Little Josie, confused confused and bewildered. Her sweet mother is in so much pain. Each day she sees her worried and frightened, but her young heart knows that we're all the same. Loyal Susan, she's well in her 60s. Her sick parents are in slow decline. She has her longings, sweet dreams of her future, but the daughter shows up while her brothers are blind. We are all here. We are all here. We are all here to love. You can join me on this. We are born here. We will fall here. We are all here to love. Such a pity that we don't remember. My heart is broken with so much at stake. But it's time now, it's time to remember. We got each other so we can awake. We are all here. We are all here. We are all here to love. We were born here. We can rise here. We are all here. We are all here. We are all here to love. We're all here to love.
Truly, we are here to love. We are love. It is so beautiful to be in the space of love with you. Thank you so much for bringing us into the love stream together on World Unity Week, on the Global Action Concert. Gary, can you let people know where to find your music and your happenings?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, look, if you're a presenter at World Unity Week, check out the 2-minute transformances that will create a new way to bring heart and soul and presence into your event. And if you're a participant, notice them as invitations into calling more of the heart and soul that happens when we're 3D together, which is what its intention is. And I'm really excited and proud about the fact that the team asked me and Sarah McCrum to create those things. So I just wanted to flag it because I think it's the first time that I know that people are actually saying this is important. But yeah, people can get a hold of me and join my community and get all kinds of gifts by joining wisdomoftheworld.com. And I'd love you to join me. And you can get all kinds of gifts when you sign up. And thank you. I am definitely an ally, a fan, and a voice to support this whole purpose. Lisa is a phenomenal concept, and I can't wait to participate more in your community. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Gary. And for those listening, Gary is going to be joining us on the Community Action Concert. After this Global Action Concert, we have an action session where we'll be jumping into Zoom. You can register on our website, ema.earth. It's free, ema.earth. And what we do is we get together and we talk about the amazing projects that everyone's doing. How are we bringing this music, this love into action in community serving projects? And that will be starting at 7:30 Eastern time today. And you'll be able to connect directly with Gary and learn more about what he's doing, as well as many of the speakers and musicians you're going to be hearing from today, because we're gathering in music and then we're going out into the world to create tangible change-making projects. And thank you so much, Gary, for your presence. Just
Thank
adore
you.
you. Look forward to seeing you very soon. And we're going to be bringing in, Eric Rabaska from Light Warriors, and he has sent some music. So I'm going to introduce what's coming up here with Eric. Thank you. Blessings. So we are so excited to have music from Eric Rabaska of Light Warriors. Eric is an EMA ambassador and really a foundational part of our community. His work to bring forth love into action through music, through connecting musicians and the hearts of people all over the world into change-making projects just thrills and delights us. And we're so excited to be in co-creation with him. He recently put out an album called The Book of One, and I hear that he has some new music coming in the very immediate future. So definitely you'll want to keep an eye out for new music from Eric. And right now we invite you to perhaps stretch, because you may want to move even more as you enjoy this next set.
Hello, Echo Conscious Music Alliance. Thank you so much for inviting me to another global action concert, arising in action together, sharing love together, doing something together, creating positive change to the degree that we're able to in our own little circles, and hopefully creating ripples around the world on scale. Yeah, there's a lot of negativity at work out there right now, and we're just gonna focus on the positive, while remaining rooted and grounded in the fact that there are these negative forces at work. We're gonna affect some change consciously together. And this song is called The Devil's Angels. It's about opposites. Devil's angels hover, lift off to victory's smother. Lengthy competition signals, old ways dying and brittle. Power conceived by a master, gorging on it faster and faster. Reverence turns cold in an instant. Shackles strangling resistance. Strikes at the fearful under guise of protecting people who by rules they're creating from this axis in time proliferating. Survival of joy is the mission, from mountains to ocean and between them, evolving from next generations, learning faster than those who create them. Tomorrow's questions go unanswered. The glory of past we wish to capture. Meaning we seek through existence. This challenge continually and frequent. So all goes to hell and to heaven. All cries from laughter wailing. All suffers misinterpretation. And all the angels, devils simply hope for. Yeah. This next tune is a tune about oneness. And not too long ago, Light Warriors, my main group, released a global collaboration with amazing artists from around the world. Ghana, Ethiopia, Jamaica, Dene Tribe here on Turtle Islands. And I'm going to do a mashup of Lila June's version with the Light Warriors version. This one is called One. Let your breath flow like water. Drinking the nourishment so balance don't falter. Walk in creation as all God's on your altar. Rocks of Gibraltar, we stand strong yet softer. Foster upgrades, reprogram your DNA. Shine light in your airways, release you from your learned ways. See you hardened by sword play as we decode the haze. We're lost in the maze, we climb towards one. Volume of unity, one divine light shining individually. One collectively transforming community. One piece in the human family. This sound, hear the wailing of the ancients. Cellular memory amid impurity over hatred. Body and patience over billions of years. Living like vagrants, our spirits in arrears. Fear what the government's peddling in your face, in your ears, misguided meddling. Don't be settling, our love's continually spreading to all corners of the earth. Foundations are settling. One volume of unity, one divine light shining individually. One collectively transforming community. One piece in the human family. Paradox of oneness, one integrated system. Diversity is what keeps the system living. We will not know peace until we celebrate the differences. No hierarchy in God's kingdom, neither no supremacists. All people, all equal, so basic, so simple. One day the world will wake and we will all surrender. Give up the guns for the power of love. And we never giving up until we reach the rising sun and move as one. Reparations for the past, her one. Colonization of the whole world, one. Healing up the generations, walk as one. One love, many nations move as one. Reparations for the past, her one. To colonization of the whole world, one. Healing up the generations, walk as one. One love, many nations move as one. In constant motion, all people can live harmonious. Too much suffering reverberates all errors moments. Parents struggle though they think their motives true, while inheriting every single voice of ancestral rule. All answers lie within them and the generational sins. Children healing awakens all past transgressions. Recognize the shame of history, let it pass through. Breathe together, exhale, give voice to the truth as one. Reparations for the past hurt, one. Decolonization of the whole world, one. Healing up the generations, walk as one. One love, many nations move as one. Reparations for the past hurt, one. Decolonization of the whole world, one. Healing up the generations, walk as one. One love, many nations move as one. Reparations for the past hurt, one. Decolonization of the whole world, one. Healing up the generations, walk as one. One love, many nations move as one. Thanks so much for listening. Let's create some positive ripples out there. Let's get to that oneness and stay rooted while seeking peak experiences. Much love to everybody.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Eric. We rise up as one. So much. Love your music and love that song in particular. Thanks so much for bringing it in today. We are really feeling into the message of that song, especially about decolonizing ourselves and coming back into respect and healing for all people. BIPOC community, our indigenous communities here in Turtle Island. I want to acknowledge that Juneteenth was yesterday, and every day is the day to take action for social change and justice. I'm so honored to be introducing our next speaker, who's coming in with a message from indigenous elders in Oregon. David West is Potawatomi, and he is a dear friend. Grandfather is a wisdom keeper and has been a leader in the Oregon community, in the national community. He is the Director Emeritus of Southern Oregon University's Native American Studies program. And it's his birthday. Happy birthday and happy Father's Day, David. We love you so much. David is also a teacher with the Sustainable Living Guide. And the Sustainable Living Guide is EMA, the Eco-Conscious Music Alliance's educational partner. And we're bringing together wisdom from around the world to support our global community, and especially to help people in the EMA community to create community sustainability projects. And we will be launching later this summer a series of 15 trainings on how to do mutual aid projects, how to come together, all different projects you can be doing to grow food in community, to do environmental restoration, to co-create together with what your community really needs, and love each other and serve each other and live this love in action. We are so much in alignment with World Unity Week's Let's Do Something. And in Indigenous tradition, the giving thanks is an act, right? It's returning thanks. It is an act that we do when we are grateful. And we want to invite you to join us in loving gratitude, caring for the earth, caring for the people, caring for the next generations. And I'm so honored to introduce David West.
Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Bonjour, Nakan. My name is Wabashki Banish, and my English name is David West. I'm an enrolled member of the Citizen Potawatomi Nation with Miami and Kickapoo descendancies. And I would just like to take this opportunity to wish the very best of success and luck and endeavors to the event that's happening on the 20th, the World event, and the launching of the Sustainable Living Guide with Lisa Pavati, who I'm very pleased to be in association with. I just wanted to say a few words about our beautiful Mother Earth and the work that we're all undertaking to ensure the survivability of the earth, the ability to drink the water, and the survivability of our children unto the 7th generation and beyond. These are critical times for our care and loving maintenance of Mother Earth. Stewardship is of the highest importance right now in keeping clean, clear water, clean air, clean soil, and clean fire, beneficial fire instead of destructive fire. We must look together in the way of
Well, we have some technical challenges. It's a great opportunity for us to recognize the challenges of these times that we're in and our ability to pivot, to move with love and with grace as we come together as a global community at this time of the pandemic and the emergence, hopefully, for all our community members around the world from this pandemic. We've learned so much about how our actions make a difference for our entire world, and that we have impact. And with that impact, we have responsibility and the privilege to live in this time of great change, the responsibility of arising to our full potential, to innovating new ways to be together, and to co-create solutions for our world as we heal ourselves, each other, and the Mother Earth that gives us all life. We are going to be welcoming in a moment here our next guests who are really central in World Unity Week, Pooki Lee and Bob Baker. And I want to invite you, if you're not already familiar with World Unity Week, to check out the site and be with us through the week. We're going to be gathering with hundreds and hundreds of events and coming together to come home to ourselves, to come home to the earth, to come home to each other, and to come home to the sacred love that is within us all. I am so honored to introduce Pooki Lee and Bob Baker. Pooki Lee is the vision keeper for World Unity Week, bringing her bright heart and visionary luminescence to help guide and shine this amazing co-creative endeavor. She's a singer and a Hawaiian dancer and an obvious embodiment of the heart's brightest magic. And Bob Baker is an amazing, hugely prolific musician, author, and inspiring speaker who's written numerous books, helping us come into our positive potency and activate ourselves fully, consciously, and in radiance. Thank you both so much for joining me today. I'm so happy to see you.
We're so happy to be here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I love all the music, just listening. You know, I've watched Eco Conscious Music Alliance and your global concerts in the past and was always inspired by the beautiful musicians that you bring from all around the world. And what it shows me is that we all share that same message, that message of hope for our future, right? And we're all singing a different song. And so it's so beautiful to be here. Oh, this is like a dream come true for me to be here with you. I want you to know.
Stay on the mic. Yeah. It's such an honor. Thanks for that awesome introduction. It's nice to meet you, Lisa, for I think the first time. And what a great honor to be part of this event. And just the musicians we've heard so far are amazing. Yeah. So thanks a lot.
Thank you. I'm going to jump off stage and get to hear your wondrousness, and then I'll come back on and we can talk some more about World Unity Week and let's do something, the theme, and how Ima is helping people come into action so we really do something tangible in the world together. But first, we activate within, and hooray for the music to help us do that. Thank you both so much.
Oh, there's my microphone.
Okay.
That's better. Terrific.
That would explain why you couldn't hear her. Okay.
All right, here we go.
We got that settled up. So one thing we're really thrilled about is that a song that we wrote kind of late last year and only started playing out early this year ended up being kind of the theme song for World Unity Week.
Yes.
Did it not? It's used in a lot of the promo. So it's what a great honor again to be able to contribute in that way. And the song came about because I was, there's a lot of songs out that use the phrase "we are one." I mean, certainly it ties into the theme here. We've even used that phrase in some of our songs. But I remember I was trying to come up with a phrase that said the same thing with just using different words. And one night we were taking a walk, and I said, "We come from the same source. How about that?" And we started humming this melody, and then Pooki just wrote most of the lyrics to the song. And yeah, this is we'll play the full song for you. You ready for this, Pooki?
I am. So,
go ahead.
so you may not have been able to hear me, but I'm certain you could feel me.
That little on and off button. It's really important. All right, add some reverb here, and let's play this.
We come from the same source, a powerful love force. Oh, we're coming together, stronger than ever, not divided. It's true, we do come from that same source, a powerful, powerful love force. We're coming together now. Can you hear the call? You are invited. Come, come. Now is the time for all nations to rise, united in one vision for all of mankind, standing strong as a force field of love and light, in peace and love and harmony. We will unite. We come from the same source, a powerful love force. We're coming together, stronger than ever, not divided. We come from the same source, a powerful love force. We're coming together, hear the call, you are invited. Yeah, yeah, you are invited. Oh, oh. Reach out your hand to your fellow man. It's time we come together and take a stand. We are strong when we walk the earth hand in hand, bringing hope and light and unity across the land. We come from the same source, a powerful love force. We're coming together, stronger than ever, not divided. We come from the same source, a powerful love force. We're coming together, hear the call, you are invited. Na 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 na, 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 na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. We are united,
No, not divided.
hey, hey, we are united.
We are not divided.
Yeah, we are united.
No, not divided.
Oh yeah, we are united.
We are not divided.
We come from the same source, a powerful love force. We're coming together, stronger than ever, not divided. We come from the same source, a powerful love force. We're coming together, hear the call, you are invited. We come from the same source, a powerful love force. Oh my goodness, that was so fun. I love that. And it's so true. Look, now is the time. We're coming together as never before. Global connection, collaboration. That's what World Unity is all about. World Unity Week is all about it. And so we are coming together in unprecedented ways that we've never, ever seen before on our planet. And we found ways to connect through COVID. When we were isolated from each other, we found a way to connect, and we made those connections even stronger. So it is so powerful. And now is the time for all nations to rise with one vision for all of humanity, because we all need the same things. We need clean water. We need clean air. We need clean earth. We need healing of our planet. We need love and compassion and radical acceptance of one another. And that is what love is. Love is radical acceptance and love. And that is love. So our diversity is what makes us so beautiful. It's not what should be judged. It's like seeing the beauty in all of us. Yes. So thank you for that. And that's what inspired that song. And wow, it's just, we're here right now. It's happening right now. It's so exciting.
I just can't help but notice that our background there, our virtual background,
Yes.
it is representing exactly what you're talking about.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I remember when Pooki came up with that lines, we were trying to do something a little bit different on the chorus, and she said, "Hear the call, you are invited." I went, "Oh my God, that's amazing!" So it's like an invitation. Yeah, we're just not doing this alone.
Yes.
You are invited. Come
You
and join
are.
this party.
Yes.
You know.
All right. So now we're going to sing another song. It's called "I Am Responsible," and it really speaks to that calling from within of how do we show up in the world and be a beneficial presence on this planet, right? And so let these words just kind of sink into your heart, and yeah. And then, hey, when you get the chorus, sing along with us, because we love it when you sing.
All of our songs are meant to be sung, and we purposely have them in I statements, so you're singing about yourself. Here we go.
I'm responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. I said, I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. Looking around the world, and what do I see? So many things in a state of need, pain and suffering all around me. I won't stand by and just let this be, 'cause I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. Everywhere, everyone wants to be free. Some look around and say, it's not me. How can they close their eyes and not see? It all comes down to me. Why? Because I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. Sing it with us. I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. Oh, I'm reliable, accountable, dependable, invincible. I'm capable, incredible, responsible. I'm reliable, accountable, dependable, invincible. I'm capable, incredible, responsible. Yeah, I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place.
Let's hear you now.
I am responsible. Come on. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. To leave the world a better place. To leave the world a better place. What are we gonna do? We're gonna leave the world a better place. Yeah, yeah,
Be responsible and party all at the same time.
Yes. Oh, so gorgeous. Thank you so much for lifting us up and bringing us together. So grateful. And we're going to hear a message from Ben in a moment. But before we do, I want to invite you to share what is Let's Do Something for you, and also what's your website where people can find out more about you.
Well, you know, I think really what Let's Do Something for me is all about making everyone aware that they can make a contribution. You know, they don't have to be on a big global stage or have a huge platform. That right where they are, they can make a difference in the world just by activating love and walking in the world in a loving way. And so for me, you know, that doing something is, how do we connect people to their hearts? You know, when there's so much that's happening in our world right now, and sometimes it seems like some people have lost that connection to this divinity within them, and letting them know that no matter who they are or where they are, they matter, their visions matter, their gifts are important and valuable for this time. And so that's the Let's Do Something I'm all about, is like inspiring those who don't think that they have something to give, because we all do. If we're living and breathing on this planet right now, at this time, in the greatest transformation of humanity, they have gifts that are meant to be shared, you know?
Yeah.
So
I think it all ties into that Gandhi quote, be the change you want to see in the world, but you can insert many different words for change. Be the love you want to see in the world. Be the joy you want to see in the world, the creativity. So it starts from you as an individual, but then you connect with other individuals on that same path and create a ripple effect. To answer your question, Lisa, to sample more of our music, you can go to soulmassagemusic.com, like the massage, you know, soulmassagemusic.com. You can hear some of our existing music, and we're working on some new stuff now. And then also on my YouTube channel, which you just search for my name, Bob Baker. I post like guided meditations and affirmations there. And every Sunday, Pooki and I stream live. They're called Sunday Inspiration with Bob Baker and Pooki Lee. And so those are two great places to connect with us.
So I say, let's do something together.
Yes.
Because it's all about collaborating at this time and
community.
And building community in really strong ways. So
exactly, we really feel that. Let's do something together. And so I want to mention that the community action session, which is the other part of the Global Action Concert, is happening today at 7:30, so right after this session, and everyone is invited to come join us with Pooki and Bob and Gary and many of the people you're going to be hearing from on the stream. And we're going to be talking co-creation. We're going to be talking about tangible projects that people are working on, from restoration of the rainforest in cooperation with indigenous communities to an eco-village in Northern California that is a trauma-informed healing space for people experiencing homelessness, and so many other amazing projects like the urban food planting we're doing here in Austin to alleviate food deserts. What's the pulse you feel in your heart? What do you love and care about? Let's bring that into action together. There are no small ways to do it. They're all.
I love that. You're creating an opportunity for us to do it together. That's amazing. Thank you, Lisa.
Yay. Thank you. It's, you know, a convergence of things that are happening all over in these local communities around the world. And then we get together. We actually get together once a month at the Global Action Concert, jump into a Zoom meeting after we're all lit up and danced up from the music and do straight up action planning. People bring their volunteers, do planning for the next month, find collaborations across the world and in their own communities. And then we just get the momentum rolling, and we keep doing it. So really excited to see you all shortly. And please, if those of you who haven't registered for your Zoom link, you can get its free gathering at ema.earth, EMA.earth. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'm really looking forward to having more time to spend together at the action session. It's very interactive, and we're going to get to be co-creative together.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Lisa.
you so much for having us.
It's been a
Love and
blast.
blessings
Yes.
to you. Thank you. We are next going to hear from Ben Bowler, who is the executive director of Unity Earth, the initiating organization behind World Unity Week. And Ben's vision for World Unity Week has inspired so many people all around the world that hundreds of organizations have come together to put on this event. There are 500 events happening throughout the week. Today, there's just one space, but then during the week, there will be 31 stages going. We are so honored to be here with you on Solstice as we open World Unity Week to the community, to our global community, and we are so deeply honored to be co-creating for this event and year-round with World Unity Week and We the World and Unity Earth and our amazing partners. And welcome, Ben.
Hi, this is Ben Bowler from Unity Earth, and it's great to be here with you, the Eco-Conscious Music Alliance special concert today for the solstice. We've been partnering and working with Lisa Pavati and the Eco-Conscious Music Alliance now for, well, it feels like a few years. Certainly it's been intense over the last year or so since World Unity Week last year, Peace Weekend, and it's great to be back this year in 2021. We love the work that you do, bringing together music, conscious musicians and artists, really with the spirit of engagement and making things happen in the world. Beautiful. And I love the focus on the grassroots and agricultural projects and really, bringing it to ground and landing this vision. This year, the theme for World Unity Week is Let's Do Something. And you guys really are a fantastic example and model and an inspiration of making it happen. So I love how the musicians are coming together and then having action meetings and planning about how we can show up in the world and how we can execute these holy visions and these noble plans. So just wanted to send you my greeting today. It's a very special day. This solstice feels really, really powerful. And I know that you're going to have an incredible show and really, really proud to be here and be a part of it. It's all about partnership and working together and finding ways we can lift each other up. And very, very impressed with EMA and the work that you've been doing for years and the focus and the commitment. And hope not only is it a great show with awesome music tonight, but also that it touches the hearts and souls of many people who can then come and be engaged in your work in furthering the mission of Eco-Conscious Music Alliance and this spirit of let's do something to feed the hungry and clothe the poor and support the vulnerable and to fix and repair the ecological crisis on this planet and so many other challenges that we face. Music is one of our most beautiful and incredible resources, assets. It's a power into its own. The way that you guys utilize music as a force of healing is inspiring and right on. So have a great show. Thanks for your partnership and co-convening World Unity Week. We're in it together and looking forward to seeing you throughout other meetings and also wishing you all the best for the action meeting a little bit later on. Thanks, guys. Bye. Thanks, Lisa. All the best. Bye.
Ah, what a joy and honor. Thank you so much, Ben. Unity Earth is based in Australia and does such amazing work to inspire our hearts and spirits and bring us into action together. At the community action meeting today, we're partnered with World Unity Week and the Rainforest Partnership and bringing people together from all over the world to co-create community sustainability projects. And that might be something that is focused on the people, is focused on the planet, is focused on the intersection, whatever's in your heart. And you can come on in and join that meeting and actively participate, whether or not you have a current project. You might be an established nonprofit with projects happening in one or many places. You might be an individual with love in your heart And all of us are equal as we join in this circle of co-creation. And I am just feeling the pulse that is rising. And I hope you're feeling it too as we come together to do something, tangible change making in the world. Seize the Day is our next band. And yes, if you haven't registered already for the action meeting, please sign up at ema.earth, ema.earth. You'll get your Zoom link so you can log in and participate in this amazing event, this convergence of multiple international events that are happening today that we are so grateful and blessed to be streaming live on multiple events that are convergences of hundreds of organizations each. So bring in your orgs, bring in your projects, bring in your love, and let's do something. Let's co-create together. Our next musicians are iconic in that doing something. Seize the Day are an English acoustic band in the radical folk tradition, but drawing on musical roots from all around the world. And they celebrate and inspire and support the liberation of life. They are frontlines activists. They have been an inspiration to me for many, many years. And some of my most beloved music. I'm beyond thrilled that they sent us music for this event. They really call us out to take a stand, whatever that means to you, to stand up and do something, really embody the change, come together in community and embody the change that we all are in the world. Thank you. Seize the Day. Welcome.
Hello, ECO, Global Conscious Music Alliance. We're delighted to be with you tonight. I hope you enjoy our songs.
We're speaking to you from Surrey in England, and those words, ECO, very important, conscious, very important, Global Alliance. That's what we need to do, and we need to take action, and that's why we're singing to you today.
The essential yes and the essential no, side by side.
And we're Seize the Day, by the way, and you can see us on Facebook.
Bye. Bye. Have fun. Bye.
This song's called Boys on the Balcony, and it's about an occupation that took place of a windmill factory on the Isle of Wight 10 years ago, and they were fighting for their jobs, and I hope you enjoy it as much as we did writing it with them. Technology, skill, work, lifetime guarantee.
from the oil. Another refugee knocking at my shores. Somewhere an amputee wondering why this should be happening to them, not me. Why shouldn't it be me? Why shouldn't it be me that cries? Shouldn't it be me? Why shouldn't it be me that dies? Why should it not be? Could that be my children? Why shouldn't it be us, not them? Isn't it just where and when? Isn't it all one? Isn't it the same? Isn't it the same? Sun, rain. Isn't it the same? Somebody reaching out for somebody to help them out. Isn't that what life's about? Isn't it just love? When all the talk is done, if we could save only one memory of what we've done, wouldn't it be love?
This one's called I Swear. I wrote part of it when I went to prison briefly for acting on my principles, something we might all need to do in the coming months and years ahead.
Yes, beautiful. Thank you. Rising it up, feeling that love move into action with dedication and devotion and the fierceness of love's potency. Thank you so much. Seize the Day. Check them out at seizetheday.org. Absolutely amazing, iconic activist music. We love and appreciate you so much. And, as we bring this love into action, we feel our connection with all of the living earth, with the people and with the planet that we're part of, sharing our breath with the trees, sharing our breath with all of creation, and recognizing that in this time of climate crisis, we need to step into action together for environmental restoration, and particularly the places that will support the solutions for the climate crisis and restore our world's wellness. And we are so honored and grateful to have a tremendous leader in the climate solutions community. Niyanta Spelman is the executive director of the Rainforest Partnership, and their leadership and collaboration creating World Rainforest Day has brought forth rainforest visions and a whole global convergence of organizations and people taking action to stand up and support the tropical rainforests that are truly the hope of our world in so many ways. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Lisa. It's lovely to be here, and having just listened to Seize the Day, you want to sort of get up and dance, and it's like, it feels like we can all come together and do something about this. So but Rainforest Partnership is the organization that I founded, and we're in our 14th year. And what we do is work directly with rainforest communities in the Amazon, and both indigenous and local communities. Is there a feedback? Is that my fault?
It sounds fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And so our work is with indigenous and local communities with communities that live in and around rainforests in Peru and Ecuador. And then you talked about World Rainforest Day. This Tuesday is the 5th World Rainforest Day. We created World Rainforest Day in 2017, and it was really something that was born in the shadow of the U.S. trying to pull out. I say trying to pull out because it takes a while for that to happen from the Paris Agreement. And as somebody who had been in Paris, who had been at the various climate conferences, the COP that the UN comes and brings together, it was pretty tough for my team and a whole bunch of us, right? And so we, with a tagline that said, "Because the world can't wait," we launched it on June 2nd, 2017, and here we are celebrating the 5th year, and you are bringing musicians from around the world, and we're coming together. And so you wanted me to talk a little bit about, well, let me just tell you, we started this morning opening 3 days of Rainforest Ambitions, because it's going to take very ambitious work together for us to protect this incredible ecosystem that is life itself. If and when the forests are healthy and they're vibrant, we, the rest of us on our planet, are also going to be in a vibrant state. We cannot be separated from the forest. And the best stewards of the people, of the forest, are the people that live in and around those forests, both indigenous and local communities. And so our work is directly with these communities. It's rooted in the communities. And, we started with creating with our community sustainable livelihoods, but that isn't enough. And so we have moved on to a more integrated approach, which is not just creating alternate sustainable livelihoods, but also making sure that there is that the communities have a way of getting title to the land where there isn't, that there is a way to bring the governments into play, that we actually use the policies and the laws that are already on the books, that we bring everybody together so that you can weather the storms of changing governments and changing to the best. I mean, things like COVID are not easy, but even something like that, how do you connect with our communities in the forest? And so, for instance, what did we do? One thing we did, you wanted to talk about how it happens. What happens when the pandemic hits and overnight, suddenly, our teams cannot travel to the communities cannot come out, but they still need support. They still want to do work. There's some important things that has to be done. And so what did our partner communities in the forest and our team do? And our team is made up of anthropologists and mammalogists and primatologists, scientists of different kinds. And they said, what are things that don't require traveling? And so, we're using sort of like a Zoom kind of thing. How do we bring people together? So if you're in a community, you may not have great bandwidth, but you can use your phone and you can call into a Zoom call. So how do we bring a panel together? So you've got a community president from the middle of the jungle, and you now have somebody in a Ministry of Environment and a regional government and the local government and the scientists and our team members coming together to talk about how we do something. And why can you do that? Because you know what? A lot of these governments realize the kids still have to study. So how do we get internet into the communities? Because that was the only way you could actually communicate. And so we actually did that too with a couple of our communities, getting internet in the community, because that's the only way the kids could easily study. So either the governments did it, we partnered together, who's already on the ground, and it allowed for forging of relationships that you would never think about doing. And I think that's what this collaboration as well is about, right?
Absolutely.
How do we innovate? How do we work together and think about what's possible in how we protect this very precious resource that's our tropical rainforest?
Absolutely. And what's possible is just as vibrant and lush and expansive as the interconnectedness of any ecosystem. Anywhere we're standing, if we looked around in all directions and feel into all the plants, all the creatures, and how we're deeply, deeply connected with the earth where we live, with the watershed, that we're part of the watershed where we live. And as we expand that visioning to recognize that our lungs are in the rainforest, wherever we are, this is where we're breathing. And so bringing our attention to being of service to the rainforest, to the ancient forests there. Can you let people know where they can plug in through the next several days and on an ongoing basis?
Yes. So rainforestpartnership.org is the organization. And that's very easy. We have a couple of initiatives where people can plug in. We have an amazing youth branch called Gen Z for the Trees, and they've got a couple of sessions during Rainforest Ambitions. Any of you that are Gen Z, come and join them. And if you want to advise, if you're an elder, because I think anything over 25 or 26 makes you an elder. Films for the forest, films, just like you're bringing the music, musicians from around the world together. Films are a powerful medium. And so we have, it's in our 13th year, I've lost track, 12th year, Films for the Forest. And we get films and stories from around the world, from nonprofits, from individuals, for indigenous communities. And, what is their connection? And then the work we're doing with, I think we're working with, I've lost track of how many communities. It's 30, 40 communities.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. And we're so excited to be partnering with the Rainforest Partnership as part of the EMA community. EMA is focused on supporting community action projects around the world. And so partnering with an organization that already has multiple projects around the world, gives a space where we can pour love and energy, brainstorming from community organizers all over the world, the amplification of promotion through multiple channels through our partners. And we're really excited that you're going to be able to join us today on the community action session. So for those of you who are listening now, you're going to get a chance to hear more from this inspiring change maker, Niyanta, and who is going to be coming in and talking about how do we do this community work? How do we make respectful connections across cultures, across borders, and across generations to really grow that thriving world for all? So if you haven't registered yet for the community action session, which starts in about half an hour here on EMA, on World Unity Week, on Rainforest Partnership, but you log in through ema.earth is where you'll get your Zoom registration. So if you haven't gone to get your personal Zoom link to get into the community action session, please go to ema.earth and sign up now. There's no cost. We are coming together today and on an ongoing basis. We meet every month to co-create, to have a global think tank. You can bring in your volunteers, help them amp up with all the amazing music, and then do action planning for your next month. Let EMA know what happened that month. What do you need next? Let us amplify it out, and we come back together. So we're moving through this cycle together and really co-creating, because we know we are all in this together. We are one living planet. And I am so deeply, deeply grateful for the work that you're doing. I'm so excited to be able to hear more about it shortly. And we are both here in Austin, Texas, which is amazing.
We are, and we're going to meet one of these days.
I know, we get to be out in the, well, we're planting all over town. We planted at the Festival Beach Public Food Forest last weekend, and at Florence's Comfort House supporting Children's Garden in the Food Desert in the Montopolis neighborhood. And I look forward to being in the garden with you.
By the way, so that sounds, oh, that's right. I was going to come hang out with you. It just occurred to me that two of our communities, one in Ecuador and one in Peru, they've got children doing all sorts of cool things for World Rainforest Day. But, you know, follow World Rainforest Day. Go join Rainforest Ambitions if you want to be inspired. The young people, the music, the artists, it's incredible. And you know, everything's connected.
Mm-hmm.
And
truly.
That. Yes.
And I love bringing in the children. We will definitely brew up on that. We love kids projects. Thank you so much. And I'm really excited to be introducing our final musician for the day. I'm going to go ahead and introduce, thank you. We'll see you very soon. I'm going to be introducing Clan Dyken. And we will be hearing from one of the founding brothers in Clan Dyken, Mark Dyken, after this music set. Clan Dyken is an amazing American activist band. Every year for, I think, 2 decades, they have been doing a supply run concert series, a tour that's a supply run going out to support the Diné Nation on Big Mountain. They were the first to do a solar stage. They do bike-powered tours. And Mark is actually one of the founders and the visionary behind Resiliency Village, an eco-village in Northern California that is creating a trauma-informed transitional space to support people experiencing homelessness and help uplift them back to themselves and into the community. Please enjoy this amazing music by Clan Dyken, including some never before heard music in honor of our beloved brother Harai. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good morning, grandmother. Thank you for this healing. Thank you for this blessing. Thank you for this cleansing. Good morning, grandmother. Thank you for this teaching. Thank you for this day. And thank you for this healing. Healing day. Healing day. Healing day. Healing day. Go to the altar and give it up, surrender. Go to the altar and give it up, surrender. Surrender, surrender, surrender. It is what it is. It is what it is. Good morning, grandmother. Thank you for this healing. Thank you for this blessing. Thank you for this cleansing. Good morning, grandmother. Thank you for this teaching. Thank you for this day. And thank you for this healing. Healing day. Healing day. Healing day. Healing day. Go to the altar and give it up, surrender. Go to the altar and give it up, surrender. Surrender, surrender, surrender. It is what it is. It is what it is. Good morning, grandmother. Thank you for this healing. Thank you for this blessing. Thank you for this cleansing. Good morning, grandmother. Thank you for this teaching. Thank you for this day. And thank you for this healing. Healing day. Healing day. Healing day. Healing day. Go to the altar and give it up, surrender. Go to the altar and give it up, surrender. Surrender, surrender, surrender. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Well, good evening. Global Music Alliance. World Unity Week. What could be better than World Unity Week? That's a pretty good week. I would say please and thank you for World Unity. But I guess we're not going to get World Unity if we don't have Action Week after. Is that how it's laid out? So good for the activists, and thank you. People doing things, people getting together, working on things, and exchanging ideas to help solve problems and get things done.
Climate striking.
That's good work.
Two, three, four. She came across the boiling ocean on a boat that moves by wind and sun. A sort of youth, she speaks the truth about the damage we have done. That's why I say, go get 'em, Greta. Go get 'em, Greta. Time's wearing thin. Go get 'em, Greta. Go get 'em, Greta. Oh, the shape we're in. Empty words are no satisfaction. She demands some solid action. A steady gaze, her voice was raised and cut right through the constipation. That's why I say, go get 'em, Greta. Go get 'em, Greta. Go get 'em, Greta. Go get 'em, Greta. Time's wearing thin. Go get 'em, Greta. Go get 'em, Greta. Go get 'em, Greta. Oh, the shape we're in. She spoke before the Swedish parliament. She spoke like thunder to those of great endowment. She spoke with clarity to the House subcommittee. She encouraged everyone to stand up for the environment. Don't give up, say, go get 'em, Greta. Go get 'em, Greta. The time's wearing thin. Go get 'em, Greta. Go get 'em, Greta. Oh, the shape we're in. When we look back on 10 more years, I hope we're glad we overcame some fears. I hope we prioritize the earth over the banks. Hope we get to say, hey Greta, thanks! Yeah, go get 'em, Greta. Go get 'em, Greta. Time's wearing thin. Go get 'em, Greta. Go get 'em, Greta. Oh, the shape we're. Everybody, let's support the youth right now, ready? Go get 'em, Greta. Go ahead with it. Go get 'em, Greta. Time is wearing thin. Go get 'em, Greta. Go get 'em, Greta. Oh, the shape we're in. Go get 'em, Greta. Go get 'em, Greta. Time's wearing thin. Go get 'em, Greta.
Go get him, Greta. To the youth.
I'd like to do this song for all those people on the move. This song's called Canta Pajarito, written by a guy named Santiago Carhuanco from Peru. It says, sing little bird, although you are not by my side. Canta pajarito, 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 aunque no estés, aunque no estés, aunque no estés a mi lado, aunque no estés, aunque no estés, aunque no estés a mi lado. Somos seres de esperanza en los tiempos de violencia. Somos seres de esperanza en los tiempos de violencia. Somos seres de esperanza en los tiempos de violencia. Somos seres de esperanza en los tiempos de violencia. La música es nuestra voz, es lo que necesitamos para el alma. La música es nuestra voz, es lo que necesitamos para el alma. Canta pajarito, 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 aunque no estés, aunque no estés, aunque no estés a mi lado, aunque no estés, aunque no estés, aunque no estés a mi lado. Canta pajarito, 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 aunque no estés, aunque no estés, aunque no estés a mi lado. Que no estés, que no estés, que no estés a mi lado. Somos niños medicina, cantándole por la vida. 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 La música es nuestra voz, es lo que necesitamos para el alma. La música, Chicago. My brother here, I was a mighty, mighty singer. Big heart, belly, laugh bringer. Always had some music in his head. These were the words that he said. I was the best for everybody. I was the best. Yes, I was the best. Yes, I was the best for everybody. I was the best. Yes, I was the best. He said, I hope you wish the best for you. I'm going to wish the best for me. It's both the same. Let's change the game. Drop the duality. I was the best for everybody. I was the best. Yes, I was the best. Yes, I was the best for everybody. I was the best. Yes, I was the best. He said, the Mother Earth, we only got one. Riding on a circle around the sun. We're all more the same. Let's change the game. Have ourselves a lot more fun. I was the best for everybody. I was the best. Yes, I was the best. Yes, I was the best for everybody. I was the best. Yes, I was the best. I was the best for everybody. I was the best. Yes, I was the best. Yes, I was the best for everybody. I was the best. Yes, I was the best. We'd like to send this message out to everybody all around the world. If you go away with one thing from this little jam session tonight with Flan Dyken, we'd like you to remember this. I was the best for everybody. I was the best. Yes, I was the best. Yes, I was the best for everybody. I was the best. Yes, I was the best. I was the best for everybody. I was the best. Yes, I was the best. Yes, I was the best for everybody. I was the best. Yes, I was the best.
Oh, so beautiful. Thank you so much for your sharing and just to rise out of our love and memory of our dear beloved Herai, who we adore, who left a legacy of love in the heartbeats and the music of so many people. And
You sure did. You sure did.
thank you so much, Mark, for joining us today for that incredible set and for being part of the EMA movement, creating community change-making projects all over the world. I know we're going to be transitioning in about 5 minutes to a Zoom room where everyone can join in a conversation together. If you haven't registered yet, please go to ema.earth so you can get your login. And we're going to start that conversation right here, right now, in alignment with Greta, right here.
Right on.
Talking about Resiliency Village. I've been talking about it throughout the stream. Will you let people know what you've been working on? And we'll give a little bit of an eye to the time, and then we'll move that conversation over to the Zoom room and really unpack it more. And I know you've brought in some amazing photos, and you're going to be presenting on the tremendous trauma-informed work you're doing.
Well, thanks, Lisa, and thanks for the opportunity to do it. And when we're talking about Resiliency Village, anybody who's paying any attention to I don't know, you could say the news or to what you see walking down the street or driving down the highways in America right now knows that we have a housing crisis and a homelessness crisis. And so Resiliency Village, our slogan is housing, healing, hope. So we're working on providing housing through low barrier housing first option of getting people in. And we're working on the healing part by really focusing on the trauma that people have suffered in their lives, which often leads to homelessness. I spent a lot of time working in the public education system as a homeless education liaison and working with families and children who didn't have their own place to sleep. And come to find out that almost every single one of those families has a trauma history of some kind. And so when we start to look at that and think about if we really wanted to impact homelessness for sure, but even all of the things that people are always talking about as the great ills of society, be it crime, substance abuse, unwanted pregnancy, unhealthy living, these things all have a root in trauma, mainly suffered as a child for people. And when that goes without being recognized and mitigated or worked through in some way or another, it festers into these wounds that lead increasingly to things like being unable to hold a job, being unable to have your own place to live, really having difficulty in all relationships, being estranged from your family, and really shortening your life. So when you have enough of these kind of traumatic experiences, they add up to taking years off of your life. And so that's been our approach. And we've been fortunate. People have rallied to the cause, and we've raised the funds and awareness to buy a beautiful piece of property where we're going to work on setting up this village. And that's the phase we're in right now, is building the village.
Amazing. Will you give us a glimpse of what is the village? What is growing there right now? It's an incredible vision with the eco village that is so supported by a very broad community base.
Yeah, well, I can tell you that we were able to buy 40 acres in a relatively remote area of Tuolumne County, and just the serenity and beauty of the spot that we were fortunate to land on, it's already a big part of the healing, and every visitor that we get says the same thing. Oh my goodness, you guys really, it took us a long time to get there, and where we landed is the right place for that. So there's 40 acres there. There's already a really large garden. There's already an orchard, a beautiful house, a barn. And so what we're working on right now is the infrastructure to remodel the house so that people, multiple people can live in there. We're putting in a small, you could call it a trailer park, but we've been, we have a bunch of the FEMA trailers that wound up in our care. And so those would be the first two places where we're able to put people. And then from there, as we grow our ability to integrate everyone into the healing and work part of the place, then we will look at the expansion, and that's the last part of it would be to build some tiny homes.
Yes. Amazing. So, we all have some vision in our heart for how we'd love the world to be a better place, what we care about, what we want to create, that pulse within us. We want to invite everyone to come and join us in the community action session now, where we're going to be weaving these projects together, emerging new ones that come out of a meditation we're sharing right together. So come on and join us over on Zoom. We're going to all be talking together, because with the Eco-Conscious Music Alliance, we know that we are truly all in this together. Thank you so much, Mark, for being here with us and for jumping into action meetings so we can really grow up these projects in a strong, tangible way with beautiful global support behind all these local projects. Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you to all the musicians and speakers who joined us today. And we will see you in the Zoom session right now.